Well, here we sit, folks. Right after having defended Rome from the barbarians to the north, the Etruscans, whom we intend to drive out of our lands forever, we have been attacked from the south. You may recall that I predicted this event, hence why I sent Quintus Aemilius Papus' army down here to Beneventum. I was also concerned about an attack on Cosentia by either Syracuse or the Epirus themselves, but we kind of saw this coming, and unfortunately, our chances of winning this battle are slim. Slim at best. We have a garrison to help us out here. Some Italian town guards, essentially levies, and some swordsmen who will put some work in, as well as some slingers. We have the general unit himself, some very good hoplites, and a couple of Samnite soldiers who will help, but I don't think they can stand against such a large collection of pikemen. I don't foresee this going well. I foresee us attempting to give them a nosebleed and failing. But we have to fight this battle. If we lose this town, it's not the end of the world. Gaius Fabricius can come back down after he deals with the Etruscans, and hopefully prevent the hemorrhaging that will happen as a result of this. Our economy will be plunged into chaos very shortly as a result of this. If we lose Quintus Papus himself, it's not a huge deal, just because of the fact that he's not part of our party. Let's just go ahead and dive in. You guys can sit through the loading screen on me for this one, as I wanted you to see the situation as it stands. Apparently we're fighting this in the field. I see. Ugh, that's even worse. Yeah, we're gonna get stomped. He actually attacked Quintus Papus directly. Rather than attacking Beneventum directly, he attacked the army near Beneventum. I could have prevented this by having Quintus here, or Aemilius, sit in Beneventum proper, but it would have reduced the public order in those towns. Well, we know our reinforcements are coming from this side of the map, and we are on the defensive, so we can find a potentially advantageous position. Try to find something that'll make it difficult for them to flank us. And that's about the best we can hope for. What have we got? Not a whole lot. I might position myself to the right of this city, of this small, isolated village, preventing them from flanking me on the right, or on the left side. That's about the best I got. Let's go ahead and form up my infantry under Aemilius. Or Quintus Papus. It's Quintus Aemilius Papus. I keep calling him Aemilius. We'll just kind of form him here. He can just hang out. Let's see, let's get a good look at him before he dies. That's him right there. You're dead, friend. You're dead, probably. And let's look at our, these are the best units we have. Our Pedites Extraordinarii. They are Phalanx Hoplites. Quite heavy, quite good at their jobs, I expect. A lot of these guys have fairly good skills to deal with a defensive battle, so that's okay, I guess. Let's go ahead and start. We'll get our reinforcements now. Here they come. Yeah, hard fight is not an underestimation of the enemy's forces. They should be out here somewhere. We don't have eyes on them, though. We don't. How do I want to organize this? Italian citizens are perhaps the only useless units in Divide et Impera. I mean, they're not precisely useless, strictly useless. What they are is meat shields. People can shoot at them. I don't have to worry about them dying. It's not important. I'm going to put my militias, my Italian town guards, on the right flank, extending this flank pretty severely. And I'll put my Italian swordsmen as my reserve force behind my Pedites. It might not be Pedites, it might be Pedites. I don't know. I guess that is in Latin, so it's probably more like Pedites, isn't it? Rather than Greek. Oh well, whatever. You'll live. Nobody knows how to pronounce this shit anymore. We'll put my slingers above the main infantry line here, in front of them. They'll back up when they need to. The idea is for the enemy to see the concentration of forces. I'm using my shitty forces in the best way I know how. I'm hoping that they'll see the concentration of soldiers. In fact, I'll even put my general in the back this way. And they'll slam real hard onto my left flank. If they slam real hard into my left flank here, they should be able to hold, because these are my best units, all of them. As my Pedites, Principes, Samnites, and Samnite Hastati crumble, my Italian swordsmen will hopefully be able to reinforce them, give them a better shot. And while that's happening, hopefully my Italian town guards can envelop them. Because these are just militia. These soldiers, you can see, many of them don't even have armor. They will not be able to stand up to armored pikemen. Not even any of these will be able to do so, really. The best thing about these units is that they have some pila to throw, some javelins. Ditto with my Italian swordsmen, who are early Italian swordsmen, and they actually are armored to some extent, which is nice. Mostly leather. It's something. It's something. It'll have to do. As I said, these are definitely my most veteran units here. Slingers, I'm not sure how I want to use them just yet. We'll see. Let's actually position my general up a little closer so he can give a morale boost to the soldiers. You can see that little blue circle. That is him giving a boost to everyone in the circle. You can actually even see it, eager general nearby. There's a lot of depth to the morale mechanics in Divide et Impera. Of course, as it works more or less like a more realistic simulator than Rome 2 Vanilla, you'll see that units, I think I might have explained this in the first battle, but you'll see that units will run away, you know, as they lose maybe 10, 15, 20% of their unit, rather than half or 3/4, as is more standard in Rome 2 Vanilla. It's pretty common. Pretty common for it to work that way. Most people in history died in the rout. So you want to do everything you can to bolster their morale. That's the general's job. If he dies, well, it's going to be hard to bolster morale. They're going to be trying to work around to get my slingers. I can guarantee it. Look at that. Diving right for them. Don't even skirmish. Just get the fuck out of the way. That is interesting. Look at them. Ambitious motherfuckers. Yeah, they did get hung up on my Pedites a bit, so that's fine. That is concerning. There's the general. Agema Hippeus. I believe these are lancers? No, they're just cavalrymen, I think.
The men are wavering.
That's fine. These are my Italian citizens. They're supposed to absorb these first charges. That is their job. Whoa, getting some frame loss there. Let's put my slingers on this edge, and they'll fire across. Okay. Yeah, they are lancers. Look at those giant lances. They're gonna crash into my my levies? Yep. Unfortuitous. That's gonna hurt. Wow, they lost so many right there. Move my general over to buff their morale, please. And let's move these levies around, these town guard around to flank. Look at that. They are already ready to run. You just can't take a charge from a general unit like that. They're incredibly powerful. Okay, now we've got an actual fight between my Petites and these Epirus spearmen, I believe they are. I should be able to handle that for a time, at least. I might be willing to throw my general into combat here. Let's see, we got some... These are the Chalcaspides? They're pikemen. They've got big, giant fucking spears. That's why it's hard for a lot of my style of unit to actually penetrate those formations. They're ridiculous. How do you get through that? I'm focusing fire on this one on the right because I don't want these units to be on this side of the battle. They're not focusing where I was hoping they would focus. They're spreading their focus out. One-on-one against my men, they will win. There's a guarantee there. I'm going to have to charge these levies out to prevent them from flanking my town guard. That's unfortunate, but it's just the way it's going to have to be. I'm not doing a lot of countercharging. You should be doing countercharges to negate some of the bonuses they're getting, but we're just going to have to live with it. The Petites are holding about as well as they can, but they are dealing with the brunt of the melee force. It's just they're spreading their phalanx across my right flank. It is concerning, at the least. I don't like how these Chalcaspides are moving through my lines. I'm gonna have to move my general, or they will snipe him. AI loves sniping generals. I'd like to snipe his, and I think I'm actually gonna set up for that. Let's go ahead and make a two-part order. He's gonna run out here and then charge into their general. Their general is fairly isolated, at least until these town guard die. They can only last so much longer, folks. They really can. I'm going to deploy my swordsman over here on this flank in the middle, because that's where it's going to crumble. Yeah, and this is going to crumble soon too. Okay, we caused a bit of damage here to the to Amphidamos. Yep, see, there's that middle about to crumble. Put them in. And okay, my left flank is holding pretty strong. That's good. That's good. That's their job to hold. Proud Romans all. Just haven't done enough damage yet. Go ahead and do the classic strategy tactic for horsemen. You run away, you hit them again, and you do it again and again. Obviously, we are losing. I'm just trying to hang on here as long as I can. This unit is about to break. I'm going to put my swordsman in to try to make them break early. Let's see if it works out. My entire right flank has pretty much crumbled now. I'm using slingers in melee situations. It's not advisable, but I'm just trying to hang on to the flank as long as I can. I have almost made the enemy general rout. Amazing, but I can't hang in here because here come pikemen. Guess how well horses deal with pikes? They don't. They do not. We're just going to have to run. But his general is going to pursue us. It's interesting. We're definitely superior to his general at the moment. We can handle his general in one-on-one combat if he decides to hang out there without his pikes. As long as the pikes keep moving slowly, that's fine. Alright, we got a rout on these Epirus hoplites. They're out of the battle, which is fantastic. How are my Petites doing? Ugh. They're starting to take some damage. It's understandable. My Principes are doing fine here. I'm going to actually pull my swordsman back out and into this unit of... Yeah, we killed the enemy general. At least we're going to give their units a nosebleed as they crush us. My general chose to chase their general into a unit of pikes. He may die here. I'm not sure where the general himself is. I think he got out. Yeah, we're extremely lucky my general didn't die. Let's see what sort of magic I can... Come on, get off the pikemen. I'm going to try to get around to the side here. Get off the pikes! Damn it. Come on, Quintus. Work with me. Oh, we got another rout happening here. I'm going to try to break as many of these units as I can. I won't win this, but I'm going to try to kill them. As many as I can. Our right flank is crumbling again. That's natural, considering that I have slingers doing most of the fighting there. I am accidentally commanding troops that I did not mean to command. That's an irritating feature in Rome 2. If you have someone selected and you drag the mouse, they will, they will all move. That actually caused the rout there. Really irritating. It's okay. Let's try to route these, Epirus spearmen. You can see, as I expected, my left flank held pretty well overall. There they go. Beautiful route. Beautiful route. Taking a lot of pressure off of that flank. My swordsmen aren't really engaging the way I expected them to. I'm just going to kind of try to hang on here. Form a noob square, as it was called in Rome 1. Look at that, though. Look at all these men just fleeing the field. There's so many of them left, but it doesn't matter when their morale breaks.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Let's make sure my hoplites are actually facing the proper opponent here. They've lost a third of their unit. They're hanging in because they're elite troops. Ooh, good. We got a charge in before they could actually form up. That's fantastic. They might actually get some good kills. Let's use Inspire to increase the melee capabilities of the units nearby the general, including the general himself. We did cause another rout there. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. I'm going to try to at least crush a flank before we lose this battle. Quintus, you will go down in history as being someone who fucking tried, at least. For some reason, he's not doing a proper charge, just because part of his unit is stuck on these wavering troops here. It's kind of irritating. He himself is about ready to retreat. Bastard, how dare you. Don't even think of such a thing. I just activated War Cry that reduces the morale of nearby enemy units. Pretty handy. Men of Italia! Yeah! Just stab that guy. Whoa. Fucking jumping around over there. Do it. Brave Romans to a man. Let's have these Samnite Principes kind of pull back just a bit. We've like formed a new line, like our army has rotated. Oh, they want to show their backs to me? Good. Wow, these Italian swordsmen have hung in there for so long. They're really trying. I respect the fuck out of that, but they're still gonna lose. Look at them. Holding off half the enemy army at this point. Who has very little morale? The enemy morale is greatly hindered here because of the fact that we killed their general. Oh wow, one of my levy spearmen came back. I mean, they're gonna die to these pikemen, but that's okay. Occupy them for a bit. Let's see, who should I be Oh, that's unfortunate. They still have some cavalry. Hey, charging my general with your slingers. It's irritating. That will keep him occupied for a minute. I would love to see a kill count right now. So, it's a good skill to have to just be able to know when you have no chance. I knew we would lose this battle from the outset. What I did do is try to take some of them with us. That's all you can hope to do sometimes. Divide et Impera isn't like Rome 2 in that Rome 2, if you lose a battle in Rome 2, you're doing something wrong. Generally, you should almost never be in a situation to actually lose a battle. There's Quintus. Where is he? Slow down time and see if I can find him. He might be stuck down here somewhere, who knows? I don't see him. He didn't die. There he is. In the red cloak. Running like a bitch. And everyone has routed. Therefore, the battle is over. Well, let's see how we did with what we had. Yeah, we were only able to take down about 650 of them, and as you can see, it is the pikemen. It's just the pikemen. You can see they're like militia hoplites and all that shit. They didn't do too well. This unit did. But their pikemen were doing the majority of the work there. We did kill their general, which is fantastic. At least we did something. It wasn't Epirus of Epirus himself, unfortunately. It was one of his lessers, Amphidamos. I don't know who that is. If he even is an actual historical figure. And now we lose Beneventum. I assume Quintus escaped with his life. I'm not sure if he's gonna die here now. No, he escaped with his life, which is good. He can come back with another force. But here goes Beneventum. This is the remains of the militia, and I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother fighting with them. They can die on their own. Go with grace, my son. It's a damn shame. But that's not forever. I am concerned about Syracuse coming up and taking Cosentia. They may smell weakness. And you can see the AI is intelligent. They waited until the moment we pulled back. As soon as they saw we were gone, they came in with a full, sexy army, kicked our asses. AI will not pull punches. And I know, like, when I picked the game, I selected normal difficulty, and the battle difficulty is on normal. That's how you're supposed to do it. Divide et Impera is balanced to be hard on normal difficulty. So they sacked the settlement. They actually did not... Oh, this is the event that we had. I forget what it was. They actually did not take the settlement. They just sacked it, which is interesting. Okay. They could be coming for Rome. Rome is very well defended, though. I'm actually going to put you in Rome. And we're really too broke to hire a bunch of troops, I feel. I mean, I could get some companion hoplites. Maybe just a couple. Ooh, my profits, my lack of profits. I was worried about this. I was worried about that. Okay. That happened. Alright. We'll discuss more of what just happened to us and how we got fucked coming up in the next video. See y'all then.